Greetings, beloveds, and welcome back. I got a message from one of my subscribers that said, "Well, I'd like to see your face sometime." So here's a sometime moment. And I was feeling the energy that it's like an energy of confusion. Like, what do they want? Talking about um, in my mind's eye, it was a significant other. However, as I'm talking, this first card came out, anxiety. So if wondering what somebody wants, and the bottom foundation card is deceit. So let's go there and dig in a little deeper and see what is going on. So within this anxiety, it's weighing on somebody heavily and wondering if they're being deceitful. But it seems like it is taking a lot of energy from somebody trying to figure out what do they want? What do they want from me? So let's see what's going on and what do they want? What do they want? And I am guided to go to the book before we get started. And this is the number 18 in case you all are into numerology, synchronicities, right? So this anxiety and worry card upright, because this deck comes upright and in reverse. So this is about worry, about something that causes her a great deal of discomfort. Receiving this card upright may indicate that you experience a time of increasing stress, perhaps even a situation that you find yourself brooding about much of the time. So, like I said, this feels like it's taking a lot of energy, mentally, emotionally, possibly psychologically. However, if you'll notice the scene outside the window, the storm is distant and perhaps even moving away. Whatever's going on, this card is telling you to release the worry and let yourself relax. Brooding and fretting will never solve things. So trust in yourself and your process. When you live with a relaxed heart and mind, you're far more likely to receive the solutions you seek. hmm And so, just to dive in a little deeper within this deceit energy, this is a number 25, and hmm, yeah, it's a number 25, and it's upright as well. So this is about some hidden tactics and manipulation. We know that, right? But this comes as a warning that there may be some deception going on in your life. The person hiding behind the curtain, mhm, likely, sorry about that glare, likely someone you know or deal with either personally or professionally. The duplicity could be regarding a personal issue, like someone spreading rumors or disrespecting you to others, or it could be a business matter where details are being hidden or even manipulated. hmm So, within this manipulation, be aware of what is going on in your life. And with this person behind the curtain is holding a bag of something valuable. So watch your money and your good name and Make sure you have all the information you need to keep things honest and secure. Okay. A deeper layer of meaning may be that the deception is actually coming from within. Is there something that you're lying to yourself about? In this case, the bag of valuables may be holding things like self esteem, happiness, and even leisure time. Whether it's about your life or yourself, remember that the universe has a hard time sending you honoring experiences if your energy is shrouded in self deceit. All right, so let's dive in a little deeper. Tell me and the collective about this anxiety energy. Okay, so we've got the world card in reverse, and this is about seeking personal closure. And someone may need to have closure on something and may be avoiding it or needing more clarity before they make a decision. Oh, I'm sorry if I get out the camera. And so within this, you know what? Let me pause and situate this. All right. So within this world card being in reverse, yeah. And something with the anxiety is like, until I know exactly what's going on, I can't have closure within this energy. So, with no closure, uh, wow, and the Five of Pentacles. So, hmm, this Five of Pentacles, this is like financial loss. Okay. This is um, a lack of faith as well. And then the mindset, because it seems like this anxiety or whatever this is going on, it's just sucking up too much mental energy, and you may be isolating yourself just to dive into it. You keep replaying it over and over in your mind. You keep, maybe talking about it, and it's just causing a lot of worry. And then you're withdrawn. So then all of a sudden, this loneliness comes in, and insecurities and fears and stuff like that. So, with the Five of Wands being at the bottom, this may be somebody. And within this Five of Pentacles, this is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. And with that Five of Wands, that's about competition. So, this very well could be on the job, but also it could be competition within a relationship. Somebody might be laying in the bed with a hater. You're trying to build and grow something, and they just keep, oh no, that won't work. Oh no. I mean, everything you say or express, they don't have a supportive, they're not supportive, no positive um, thing to say or helping you tweak it. It's always just a shoot that down, shoot that down, shoot that down. This Five of Wands energy is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And even in debates, it's like demanding that you see things their way. Okay. As opposed to listening to your views on it, you know, and looking at it from a different perspective, even if you don't agree, you know. And then we've got, it's just a bunch of rivalry and conflict and, disagreements that bring in tension, clashing egos, and petty. So, whatever anxiety or whatever happened within this dynamics, Does it really need that much attention of your mental space? Okay. Because that is taking a toll on somebody. So, well, let's get some tea and see, well, what other advice do you have for this particular situation? Okay. So we got groupies. So this anxiety could be mine all over the place, wondering are they cheating on me? Are they hanging out with groupies? Does they look at me, or do they look at me as a groupie or something like that? Could have anxiety over how people feel about you. Are they gaslighting me and things of that nature? So within this groupie energy, and I just heard somebody might have done something um, in the midst of a drinking night, possibly at the casino or at the club or something like that, and wondering if, in fact, a group of people are going to run and tell somebody. I'm feeling that energy as well. So while you're in anxiety, this person is just like totally ignoring you. I mean, you're texting, you're calling and just wondering, can we talk so we can figure this out about what you're really feeling, what is really going on, and they're just ignoring you. Because it seems like they might be out living their best life while someone is sitting and letting their anxiety run through the roof. Yeah, because we got love on the brain. This is dreaming, fantasizing, daydreaming, nostalgia. So somebody is having anxiety by holding on to somebody. Okay. All right. You know what? Let's get some advice before we move further. All right, Spirit. What advice do you have for this person within the anxiety? Okay. Recognizing that you were hurt by them. All right. And the passion I feel is overwhelming and I don't know how to handle this. Okay. All right. I needed a couple of those so I can. All right. So let's see. What advice does Spirit have for this person? And within these general messages, it's like pick apart. There may be one line or one certain area that resonates with you. Excuse me. And the rest of it, leave for somebody else. So take the food you need and leave the rest for somebody else. All right, so Spirit is saying some self-reflection. You know, are you putting yourself in this anxiety because of what you deal with or what you accept? Looking inward helps you see what to improve to make better choices. Awareness, improvement. Yeah, because this energy here, let's see what the bottom foundation card is. Universal wisdom. The universe is full of wisdom. Seek its guidance. So it seems as though there's some wisdom that needs to go on here. hmm How much of what they think, what they feel, and if they're not letting you know how they feel, and if they've moved on and they out there living their best life, why shouldn't you? Self-reflection, the awareness of what you deserve, what you desire, how much you love yourself, and respect. And I'm sure they would love to know that someone is just in anxiety, not living their best life because they sitting up worrying about me and I'm off living my best life. Okay. All right. So within this deceit energy, this is some energy of somebody having a lack of commitment. Okay. And they can be greedy. I don't know. Maybe they want it all. Okay. Followed by this Knight of Cups, which is player from the Himalayas. So we've got Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn again with the Page of Pentacles in reverse. And Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces with this player that is on the deceit train. So this is somebody that's a lack of commitment. Okay. They're a procrastinator. All right. And even childish within this Page Pentacles thing, unless somebody's a cougar and dealing with somebody younger. Okay. But this person is, they don't have a lot of motivation. Um, and it's irresponsible. And it looks as though irresponsible with money and emotions. Okay. And so within this Knight of Cups energy, you know, they put on that player sauce. They know the right things to do at the right time, depending on what has happened. They put the charm on thick and show up like a knight in shining armor. Okay. And to get you to follow your heart and open up your heart to them. Whoa. And the Lovers in reverse. So, yeah. All right, this message is for somebody if you're wondering, what's going on with them, and this is a Gemini energy centering the reading. So with that, this is speaking about self-love because it seems like somebody is just pouring into someone else's well, not even realizing your well is running dry. So within this disharmony, this confusion and misalignment and things that are off balance, it's time for you to make a decision because there's been some, what it's saying, better choices here. And within this lovers, it says bad choices. So if someone within this energy is attracting the same type of person, okay, there's some better choices for you. Definitely. And I'm feeling these choices because with self-reflection, I'm seriously feeling a very heavy energy that there's a seeking of outside validation for you to feel good about yourself. Okay? And that is causing a serious imbalance and it's causing deceitful people to show up and sniff you out and then leave you anxiety stricken. Okay? And when somebody is fear of commitment, doesn't want to commit, and that's what you want, thank you next. See you later. Bye. Okay. Because you need to move. And I mean, you can't be happy and keep trying to change somebody or just keep doing this hamster wheel. It's not working out for you. Because you could be out partying and doing what you need to do, living your best life, and you may run into the person that's just right for you. So somebody's got to figure out, and also listening to one's intuition, okay? Because I am hearing that strongly as well, that someone, it's like deep down in your gut, you know the truth. But for some reason, somebody can't handle the truth. They don't want that truth. I want that person. Ooh. And they may do it to the detriment of somebody being stalked. Oh, it might have ran up on them and they was with somebody else. And that happiness hater fumes got to coming out their nose and their ears. Whoa. I don't know. They might have just had a blow up a temper tantrum or something. It might have ran up there. Because maybe somebody has, with this person being a groupie, might have caught something. Okay. And then all of a sudden they stop calling. And you calling trying to say, you know what, I caught this, I caught that, sexual infection, sexual disease, or, I don't know, it could be that new disease, it's rash on here, and they're not answering. It's like, did they know that? Did they do that on purpose? Wow, this reading just got really deep. Okay, let's keep it going. Yeah. So somebody's stalking somebody because they, in so many words, they might run up to them in public and tell the person that they're with, guess what? You better go to the doctor because of boo, 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 boo. Wow. Okay. What messages for this scenario here, Spirit? Wow. Okay. Well, we've got hope. Oh, bottom foundation card. Heal through art. Wow. Okay. So within this hope is a beam of light in the darkness. Okay. So I guess Spirit is saying, you know what? Keep hope alive. Keep your hope alive. Don't put your hope into someone else. You take the reins on that. Heal through art. Express your shadows in art and let healing unfold. Creativity and expression. And then, well, I saw somebody destroying somebody's art because of the pain that they feel. And also, this could be a healing for someone to just, I don't know, sling that paint on, through your anger or whatever. Okay. All right. Well, that's what this message was about. And I don't know why I was just feeling all that confusion. All right. Any lasting messages, Spirit? Any lasting messages? All right. So when you do the healing and get out of the anxiety, Spirit is saying, open your heart. It will help you attract more love. And also healing your heart. Watching, looking, stalking. Well, somebody needs to keep their head on a swivel because this person could be unpredictable. Okay. Yep. They could be very well unpredictable. So, with that being said, until next time, and thank you so much for all the subscribers to the family. And thank you for those who like and share the video. If you think somebody could find some clarity, a little bit of peace in this message somewhere, please do share. Until next time, be well.